If you want to see more detailed images, videos, and the full article, check the link in the description. 19-year-old Emerson Colindres, a star soccer player and recent graduate of Gilbert A. Dater High School in Ohio, found himself thrust into a jarring and deeply unsettling experience. Days after celebrating his graduation, he was deported from the United States to Honduras, a country he hadn't seen in over a decade. His deportation, a stark contrast to the narrative often presented by the Trump administration regarding its immigration enforcement policies, has sparked widespread outrage and fueled renewed debate surrounding the impact of stricter immigration measures. Colindres, who was brought to the U.S. from Honduras at the age of 8 by his family, recounted his ordeal in interviews with local Cincinnati news stations WCPO and WXAX. He described the experience as profoundly traumatizing, beginning with his detention. Held in a U.S. jail cell for all but 2 hours each day, he described the pre-deportation confinement as mentally draining, a period of enforced inactivity that weighed heavily on his mental state. The monotony of his incarceration, punctuated by the sheer lack of engagement, left an indelible mark. The journey itself proved equally distressing. Colindres vividly described being handcuffed for the entirety of his deportation flight, a measure he found disproportionate and deeply unsettling, especially considering his lack of any criminal record. He noted that many of his fellow deportees shared a similar experience, further highlighting the perceived lack of differentiation between individuals with and without criminal histories within the immigration enforcement process. He stressed that many aboard, including himself, possessed clean records. The stark image of a high school graduate, a talented athlete with no criminal past, spending his post-graduation days handcuffed on a plane, speaks volumes about the complexities and potential harshness of the system. His story directly challenges the Trump administration's claim that its immigration enforcement prioritizes targeting dangerous criminals. Colindres' case, far from representing a dangerous individual, highlights the wider impact of the administration's immigration policies, demonstrating how individuals with no criminal history can be swept up in the process. He had been attending a regularly scheduled appointment with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, in Cincinnati on June 4 when he was detained, a routine appointment that culminated in his abrupt deportation on June 18. The events surrounding Colindres' deportation galvanized his community. Teachers and soccer teammates from Dater High School participated in protests outside the local jail where he was initially held, and later at an ICE facility in Louisiana, where he was transferred before his deportation. These demonstrations underscore the widespread support he enjoyed and the shock and anger felt by those witnessing his unjust treatment. These protests, captured in photographs depicting signs of support and solidarity, provide a visual testament to the public outcry against his deportation. These powerful images, such as the photograph from Hamilton, Ohio on June 8, showing protesters holding signs of support for Colindres, serve as poignant visual reminders of the public sentiment surrounding his case. Colindres' family, who arrived in the U.S. undocumented in 2014 seeking asylum due to alleged gang threats in Honduras, faced similar challenges. Their asylum application was denied, and a final removal order was issued in 2023. While Colindres' mother and sister weren't detained at the same time, they received orders to leave the U.S. within 30 days, leaving a fragmented family facing an uncertain future across borders. The prospect of reuniting with his family in Honduras is a driving force in Colindres' immediate future, and he expressed his longing for his mother and sister in his interviews. The Trump administration's steadfast stance maintains that its focus is on individuals with final orders of removal, yet data suggests a growing number of those deported lack any criminal record. A Trump administration spokesperson publicly stated, "If you are in the country illegally and a judge has ordered you to be removed, that is precisely what will happen." However, the distinction needs emphasizing: being in the U.S. without legal status is a civil, not a criminal, violation. This nuance is lost in the narrative of Colindres' deportation, underscoring the broad sweep of immigration enforcement and the potential for collateral damage within the process. Despite the hardship, Colindres remains resilient. In interviews, he shared his plans to pursue his soccer career in Honduras, trying out for local teams, and continuing his dream of becoming a professional athlete. The outpouring of support through the protests, he reflected, reinforced his belief in the power of community and the enduring bonds of human connection. He conveyed a sense of acceptance, stating that things happen for a reason, a testament to his unwavering spirit and his determination to persevere despite the challenges he faces. His story, however, serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the potential consequences of seemingly routine immigration procedures and the urgent need for a nuanced and humane approach to immigration enforcement. The image of a young man, full of promise, unjustly separated from his family and his adopted home, resonates powerfully, prompting further examination of the far-reaching implications of current immigration policies.